project. My name is Diana R. Serna. I'm the Executive Director for the Urban County Program, and I will be your Mistress of Ceremonies. First, I would like to personally thank the City of La Villa, Mayor Elizondo, and the City Commissioners. Thank you for allowing us to use your building to hold this event. As a result of Hurricane Dolly, the General Land Office Disaster Recovery Program allocated to the County of Hidalgo over $31 million to address drainage needs in Hidalgo County. This groundbreaking ceremony commemorates one of those funded projects. At this time, I would like to introduce Commissioner A.C. Cuellar, Hidalgo County Precinct Commissioner, Precinct 1, Hidalgo County.
Thank you everybody for being here today. Again, I want to thank the City of La Villa for their generosity here, letting us use their building, all the help they've been for us. And I want to thank Land Commissioner for being here. But I want to thank Diana Serna very much, Tony Barco, P.R. Avila from the Urban County, and they were very involved, very dedicated to this project. Raul Cecin, thank you very much, from the Drainage District. I know you've been very involved in this, and I'm just very happy, very excited. I think it's a great project for the whole county, really, for Precinct 1, but I think it's going to help the whole county. So thank you very much, and I'll let Diana get into the details, and thank you again, and God bless you all.
Prior to going on the program, I'd like to give you a brief summary of this project. This project is going to provide drainage improvements to an area that encompasses more than 56 square miles in Hidalgo County. That's helping 56,000 people with drainage needs. This is going to be a project that runs along the eastern Hidalgo County, and it's served by the Mercedes Lateral that will be interconnected with the main floodway channel by this proposed project. Our cost that we actually receive from the General Land Office is $15 million. However, that cost is nowhere what is going to be put into the project. So it is going to be constructed over a 7-mile length project area. So just imagine all the colonias in the area that would benefit. This project included the improvements to 15 colonias. Out of those 15 colonias, we currently have 10 completed. Some people are already receiving the drainage relief that they so much needed. Currently underway, we have 5 colonias. Those 5 colonias will be completed by the end of the year. In my heart, I know this was a wonderful way to spend this money, because we know that even though it's going to benefit Hidalgo County residents, it's specifically helping those 15 colonia residents.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here to join in this wonderful celebration. Quality of life issue? Absolutely. I want to, on behalf of the people, not only in my district, but the whole valley, welcome our special guest from Austin, Texas, our Land Commissioner, the Honorable George P. Bush. The people of Texas speak, and we get people elected at the state level. We have outstanding leadership. I happen to be one of the lucky ones, along with my dear friend, Representative Longoria, who's an outstanding state rep, and Choy Hinojosa, and everyone else that represents this area with our state leaders. And it's a joy to be able to come together in partnership on behalf of the people we represent. This is not only going to help Hidalgo County, I'm going to tell you, it's going to help Cameron County, because this young man sitting right here was in Austin many times, discussing this issue, and told us how important it was. So we all got behind it. It was a no-brainer, so to speak. And I want to congratulate our Commissioner, A.C. Cuellar. He's an incredible leader. To all of you, the city of La Villa and the Delta area in particular, this is special. I had relatives here many years that lived in this area, so it's like a home base. My dad brought us here since we were little kids, and now I'm privileged to represent you in the Texas Senate. And what we want to do is continue to improve our areas, and we're going to depend on our state leaders like Land Commissioner Bush and others to be here to have hands-on, to understand the needs of this area of the state and work with us all, and that is what's happening. So we thank the federal government. Obviously, a lot of money comes through the state to the local communities through our federal government. Thank you also for having great leadership in the county level. Judge Garcia and the commissioner have done an incredible job. So again, Judge Garcia, thank you for all that you do for your congregation. And lastly, I don't want to leave out our neighboring Representative Armando Martinez, who also is one of the veterans now in Austin. Still young, but a veteran legislator, and always shines, and echoes the sentiments of the great people of the valley. So thank you very much for affording me an opportunity to thank everyone.
Thank you very much for having me out here. It's a privilege to represent the Delta area with his Ed Couch and La Villa, Monte Alto as well. It's a blessing to do this. This is truly an investment in the community, and that's what it is. Many times people talk about expenditures at a governmental level and tax dollars being spent, but you know what? We're not spending money, we're investing in this community. Clearly this is going to be an issue that we're going to have to tackle. We've tackled it in the past. The drainage is something that's very important, and it starts at the bottom. We want to thank the local city elected officials, La Villa, Ed Couch, for having the initiative to push this issue. And then, of course, we want to thank our commissioner, Commissioner Cuellar, for bringing this up before the commission. We want to thank our judge, my fellow colleagues, Mando Martinez, Terry Canales, Eddie Lucio as well. And then we want to thank our state senators for pushing this, and of course our Land Commissioner, George P. Bush, who I think's been down here. It seems like he's here every other week, so I commend you for that. I thank you. It shows that you truly care about the valley. It's good that you know that we're a growing area. There's good people down here, and I appreciate your office making the investment in this community, and of course all the federal officials, because there is federal funds that flow through this. So it truly is a blessing. It's good that we're here to celebrate, and may God bless everybody. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. It really is a privilege and an honor to be here with each and every one of you all today. Out of respect for my colleague, Representative Longoria, this is his area, but it really is an honor to be here and be able to be a part of this wonderful event, especially because my president, I'm proud to say, A.C. Cuellar, County Commissioner Precinct 1, has done a tremendous job for his precinct, not only here, but also advocating in Austin. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much. It's always good to hear so many people advocating for the area. Our county judge has done a tremendous job. And also seeing our land commissioner, George P. Bush, being here with us and being an advocate for what the needs are for the valley is a testament of how great your voices are when needs are there, and for us to hear those voices. A lot of this infrastructure has not been improved since the 1940s. So this shows how strong your voices are in making that happen. It starts at the local community, starts with you. I'm proud to be a part of it. May God bless you, and may God bless Texas. Thank you.
I would like to at this time call upon our judge, Ramon Garcia, to introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you, Dan. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
And we need to thank that guy that had the good sense to say, why don't we do the outside interpretation and inside we can go ahead and hear those politicians give their talk. But drainage is the #1 issue that we face in our county. If we were to stand in McCook and look towards the bay, in Hidalgo County alone, we'd have a drop of 115 yards. That's more than the length of a football field. It's a gradual drop, but nonetheless it's a drop. And your Delta area, our Delta area, is the lowest area in the county. So you can imagine what happens when the water falls. And water falls abundantly sometimes. Even when it doesn't. Back in 2010, we had a hurricane called Alex. We didn't get a drop of rain from Alex here in the county, but yet Mexico got flooded. And if you remember, when you were driving to the island or driving around the area, you saw our drainage canals filled to capacity. And if you wondered why in the world that happened, since where did the water come from? Well, it was Mexican water. And I remember meeting with the IBWC representative, Commissioner Garcia and his representative, and along with several of you elected officials here. I know Eddie was there, and Eddie Gonzalez, who was I'm not sure what his position was with Ed Couch at the time, but we had several people from Ed Couch, Elsa and La Villa, their meeting, and we were told if the levees don't hold, that whole area of Elsa, Ed Couch, and La Villa is going to be flooded. I said, wow. I said, we didn't even have any rain. Well, that's just the way our system was set up. Fortunately, the levies that we as a county spent $79 million and the federal government spent $168 million to build. Unfortunately, they also built the border wall, but that's okay. They also worked on improving the levees, and they held, and we were not flooded here in the Delta area. Now, we have the issue of drainage. You know, our county has grown tremendously. All of us here have been witnesses to that tremendous growth. Presently, we have over $40 billion worth of property here in this county that needs to be protected with proper and adequate drainage. We also have the quality of life issues that were mentioned by Senator Lucio. That is very clearly addressed through proper drainage because, well, until you've been through that experience of having your home flooded, your area flooded, and the water just stagnated because there's nowhere for it to go, and you really cannot really appreciate what families go through. So we're very fortunate that this project is coming to fruition. It was going to help, as Diana was saying, individuals that live within a 56 square mile area, which includes 15 colonias, but over 56,000 people. I didn't know the number, but she just mentioned that's an impressive amount of individuals that are going to benefit from this project, along as the rest of the county, because now we have a place for the water to go. And hopefully soon we'll be breaking ground on that project, the Delta Watershed. It's going to be about a 300-acre lake that's going to act as a reservoir that's going to be located right here near the city of La Villa. We need to thank the individuals. I know Diana already did it, but I had a list of them. The U.S. Housing and Urban Development for their concerns and their interest and their money that was funneled through the Texas General Land Office, through the Hidalgo County Urban County Program, and as well as the efforts of our County Commissioner, Precinct 1, A.C. Cuellar, our Hidalgo County Drainage District number 1 efforts, right today being represented by Mr. Raul Cecin, and of course our legislators, our state reps, and our state senators who have already been introduced. Therefore, at this time this morning, it is my pleasure, and I sincerely mean it, it's my honor to introduce our Texas General Land Commissioner, Mr. George Prescott Bush, here, who is with us here this morning. You know, and Oscar's correct. He has been coming down here a lot. And there's a strong Democratic area and former Democratic Party chair. That kind of gives rise to some degree of concern. But we're very fortunate that he has made friends and is getting to know our area, because I think in the near future that probably will do us well. But Commissioner Bush is the son of Florida Governor Jeb Bush, who is presently seeking the Republican nomination for president. He is the nephew of a former president. He is the grandson of a former president. That's why, well. He's a native Texan. Commissioner Bush served in Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan, As an officer in the U.S. Naval Reserve, he is a lawyer and a public servant. Commissioner Bush works to ensure that Texas veterans get the benefits they've earned, oversees investments that earn billions of dollars for public education, and manages state lands to produce the oil and gas that is helping make America energy independent. He lives in Austin with his wife, Armando, and their 2 sons, Prescott and Jack. Please join me in welcoming here to our Hidalgo County and Delta area, our Land Commissioner, George Prescott Bush.
Thank you, Judge, for the kind introduction. I want to be clear, there's a time for politics and there's a time for governing. And this happens to be a wonderful example of government at work. And I want to thank you for your leadership in helping to spearhead this project along with our partners at the county level. I'm delighted to see so many state leaders here as well that have joined us this morning. Buenos días, es un placer y un honor a regresar al Valle cada vez. Gracias por venir. It is an honor also to join our vets. Last time I had a chance to visit the VFW post was when I was campaigning 2 years ago here in Elsa. So thank you all for joining us. It's truly an honor and a privilege to join you this morning because this is one of the rare moments in which we can work together across party lines at all levels of government. As was mentioned, the federal government through its HUD program, our agency statewide, at the county level and at the local level come together to, and as Oscar Longoria pointed out, make an investment. We're not just randomly spending taxpayer dollars. Now, the difference between an investment and expenditures is pretty simple. We're preparing for the future. At our agency, we deal with disaster recovery preparedness throughout the state of Texas. But as was mentioned, Hidalgo County does have low-lying areas where you have significant impacts during storms like Dolly in 2008 that affected some of our state's poorest residents, 15 colonias. Hundreds of thousands were displaced. And so to be able to collaborate with proven engineers with a track record to make an early stage investment to prepare for the next natural disaster, because believe it or not, it's coming very soon. Whether we like it or not, we have to prepare, and this is the opportunity to do that. I wanted to thank all of our leadership that helped spearhead this project, but I have a challenge to each and every one of you today. And that is, let's make this the first of many programs where we work together. The first of many projects where we come together to make sure that we're protecting our residents and preparing for the next natural disaster. If you look at Hurricane Ike, for example, in Galveston just a few years ago, you will see that our state suffered $32 billion in property damage. And if we had spent just several million to prepare for that storm, we could have averted much of that damage. And that's what we're trying to accomplish today in this celebration when we come together to make sure that we're mitigating billions of dollars in property damage and displacement of our residents. That's what government should be doing, and that's why we're here today. So I thank you for the efforts that you put forth in this project. I want to particularly thank the Hidalgo County Urban County Program and the Hidalgo County Drainage District for their incredible work. This is going to be a case study for the rest of the state of Texas. So with that, I thank each and every one of you. I'll turn it back to the judge. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless the great state of Texas.
We want to thank you for those words, Mr. Bush. At this time, I'd like to recognize all the elected officials that were here. And once again, thank you for coming out here, to spending your time with us. We know you're busy, that this was a project that we all needed to make sure people knew about, and we know that you being here will help get the word out that we are working on this project. Hidalgo County is very concerned with drainage needs, and this is a project that we're all going to benefit from. I also want to thank my staff and the staff of the General Land Office, because without the collaboration that we've had, we would not be here today. This concludes the formal proceeding for this event. We welcome you to stay and help yourself to the refreshments. And again, we thank the City of La Villa for hosting us. And I do not have any other words to say, and I once again thank you so very much.